I'm just hoping that the audio and video are clear. Please advise if you're watching and you can hear the audio well.
Welcome back to the stream. My name is Wesley Raymond Jr., proud supporter of Ibra Sejemba, aka Manemed. We are so far taking baby steps, but aiming at the crown. It is the semi-finals of the losers. From here, the winner will be playing Gideon Wanika. We're hopeful that our player will perform well, bring the best out of him, compose himself from the unexpected loss in the winners bracket, and we shall be seeing. And continue supporting the gentleman here, Peter Chove. Share the streams, watch the Facebook live, watch him on Twitter, follow him, and please keep watching those ads, because that's the only way he will be earning, and it's the only reward that we can give him. Let's keep connected, enjoy the game. Back to the main man himself here.
That is Wesley Raymond Ahewa, quite easily Ibra's #1 fan. Here, watching Lawrence Sengonge take on Ibra in the losers semi-final. A game which is supposed to be between the master and student. Much of what Lawrence does on the table will accredit it to Ibra. He was initially supposed to be Ibra's Q case holder. That is how we got to know him, especially during lockdown. There was money matches when Ibra played lots of no black money matches against some of Uganda's top players. We always noticed that he was at the venue by seeing Lawrence's presence holding Ibra's Q. Lawrence, in the meantime, remained a player himself, remained training. He's supposed to be a member of the Manimate team, but circumstances got him to become an independent player of his own. Now he's managed by the Advanced Talent Agency. Here he is. He has never ever beaten Ibra. They have faced off once. It was the round of last 64 in the Grand Open Championship of the pool. Actually, it was the King of the Table Championship that was held in December 2022 at Kasba, Kansanga. In a race to 5, Ibra won 5-2. It is the only time that these two good friends have faced off. It is the most competitive of the times they've faced off. Lawrence is the best of all Ibra's students. Here is the master being given a test of his own medicine by his student. Ibra nil, Lawrence nil. Rest to 4. A short rest to 4. Mokai Wellington, you are asking what happened between Caesar and Gideon. Gideon was disqualified from the winners bracket because he refused to continue his match from the table allocated. He went 2-0 down against Caesar and protested. He wanted to play on this table you are watching now, and the organizers refused him from choosing his own playing table. He was disqualified from the winners bracket. He drops to the losers bracket. He will face the winner of this match in the losers final. He's already in the top 4 at worst. there are cash prizes for the top 8. What Ibra is trying to do is something he has done 2 times before, qualifying for the final after losing out in the losers bracket, actually 3 times before. And outside Ugandan soil, he has done it twice. The tournament he won the Matthew Ngulube comp, where he defeated Zambia's Victor Senyeza in the final. He was eliminated in the second round in the losers bracket, played his way up to the final and won the comp. The Queen's Sports Club double elimination comp that happened in Zimbabwe last year, he was eliminated in the, actually he reached the final, but faced an opponent who had 2 lives in Sanford Griven and lost out to him. But against Caesar last year, he was eliminated in the quarterfinals, just as today in the losers bracket, but won in the winners bracket, but won the losers bracket and reached the final. What he's trying to do is something he has done a number of times before, but he's up against psychology. It's always not easy when you face someone whose game is more or less attributed to you as a student. They will want to prove a point to you. You will have a lot going on in your mind and they can take you down. The psychological advantage that Lawrence has is the fact that he has nothing to lose in this match. When you're playing against your master, you have nothing to lose, but he wants to win. That one I can assure you. He told me before the match that he desperately wants this win, and he is playing as such. Thank you for watching, Adam Olivander. Thank you for the sponsorship you have for this live stream to a tune of 20 gigabytes of data, and thank you for the promise of returning the advance, the Olivander management. I also want to thank in a special way a pool enthusiast based in the UK but Ugandan, that is Jake of the Active Kids Nursery and Daycare School, a school here in Kampala, to which he is one of the directors. He also sponsored the live streaming of this tournament, also with 20 gigabytes of data. Thank you very much, the Olivander management, and thank you Active Kids Nursery School and Daycare Center. Ibra attempting to go 1-0 up against a player who has never lost to him, and Ibra blunders, but luckily he doesn't completely allow Lawrence sight of the black ball. He can see part of it, but only a small part of it. Maybe try to bank it to the top left corner pocket. It is the most realistic prospect. Straight shot, not so much. Goes for the straight shot. He was actually seeing his ball well enough. It's not simple. Ibra trying to make a clearance here. He normally has right judgment, normally has good decision making, normally has good game reading. Takes a lot of time between shots, but normally his decisions are the right decisions. So those are some of the key attributes of his game. This time round, he plays a safety. Ibra now has chance to make a clearance. It is a short race to 4. Therefore, every game feels so important. You don't want to be the player that goes down in the early stages of such a short race. The ladies are playing the losers final between Sheila and Jacinta. We shall be getting updates from that one. Actually, it should be the losers semi. Ibra 1, Lawrence 0. The winner of this match is to face Gideon. Again, I think this time on this table, I do think this time on this table, and whoever wins that match between the winner of this one and Gideon will face Caesar in the final, and Caesar is waiting and resting with 2 lives intact. In the final, he must be beaten twice. The worst position he can take is second. He has won the winner's bracket. If it were a single life tournament, he would already have won it. He's waiting for the losers to sort themselves to get an opponent in the final. But the player from the winner's bracket in the final will have 2 lives. For today, that is none other than Caesar. Thank you, the half Kokli. Babi Juma Mogoya, thank you for watching Oswell Munyoso. Raymond is telling me that Ibra is resuming no more duties here. Don't you think you'll have to thank Lawrence for missing the black ball when he had a chance to go 1-0 up?
The master is playing the student, so you can never better your master. But he got unlucky with that shot. And sports is just it's all about chances. You give your opponent a chance, they utilize it, and you're gone. That's what happened.
Exactly. Ibra, I will say, has a lucky movement of the yellow ball. He now can open up the most important pocket of the match, where he has 4 other yellows behind Lawrence's red. Very successful. Now Lawrence knows that most likely this will be 2-0. All Lawrence can do is wait and pray and hope that Ibra misses a ball here. A little bit of difficulty here for Ibra to pot and get good cue ball. He seems to opt for maybe the easiest of all available options, trying to pot that yellow ball. He's looking up to the center pocket by simply rolling, playing slow, not making anything difficult, just take it ordinary and slow. Try to be on target, which he does. Now the white ball will rotate around the yellow and put both balls in the same pocket. Doesn't even need to rotate it. He's skillful enough to tap the white ball behind the yellow ball as though by free hand. Look at the cue ball control. And Lawrence concedes the game anyway. He knows Ibra was spotting the black. This time Lawrence gets his break right. A good split of the balls. Maybe not a very good split of the balls. The yellows, which look positioned better, you wouldn't say he has an easy ball to close the table. That is the danger in which he is. somehow. Lawrence closes the table playing reds, but makes that gesture to Ibra that I was more lucky in my intention. He has these 4 reds to negotiate past. He has demonstrated in the past few months that he is more than able of taking out guys who have achieved way much in the sport compared to him. He's now managed by the Advanced Talent Agency. Of late, I would say he has even been outshining Dog City in the Advanced Talent team. And that shot he has played, the movement of the cue ball is reminiscent of such performances. As if he's showing his master what to do. I'm not so sure there is a smart connection of those 2 reds to the center pocket on the left. And it seems to be the issue that is perturbing Lawrence's mind now. Maybe we'll have to start with the ball, the inside ball, which would be the right decision. It's exactly what he's trying to do. White ball bouncing off the cushion with the left spin on it. Put both balls in the same pocket. Actually, we'll want to put the second red to the adjacent center pocket. Problem is that he's not guaranteed a good white for the black if he puts, looking at the positioning of the balls. Here we go. Lawrence trying to pull one back. He misses. Advantage, Ibra. I don't think Ibra will go for this game once. I just think he will play one soft. I just think. It's not the most open of games. It's not the easiest of clearances. But with players of this level, you just never know. Indeed, Ibra misses, though good enough for him. Lawrence doesn't have a direct pot of his last remaining red. Even the difficult bank shot to the corner pocket closest to your screen seems to be blocked by Ibra's yellow. I can't even imagine what he's trying to do. This is lovely cue control by Ibra. He has 2 choices of balls to try and play. We'll want to put yellow to the center. It's a little bit tricky here. But the guy on table is the guy in control. and I must say in firm control. Plays a safety, and what a safety. Lawrence fouls. Lawrence knows he's not winning this game. Lawrence knows that the end is in sight for him in this tournament. One thing I know is that he has absolutely fought a good fight. Every tournament that passes, he continues to prove that he's now among the very best. He's showing that he is not ranked 5th for nothing. We simply tap the yellow to put black in the center, and wonderfully does, and Lawrence concedes yet again. Ibra 3, Lawrence 0. So the biggest likelihood is a losers final between Ibra and Gideon, unless Lawrence wins 4 in a row. The arena is so packed, the fans seem to be enjoying themselves, following the moves of these players every step of the way. And the players are living to the expectations of the fans. The venue is almost full to capacity. There are 5 cash shillings, equivalent of $1.5 US. They have paid at the entrance. Chance comes for Lawrence to try and redeem himself, try and lessen the scoreline, try pull one back, try and do the unthinkable, win 4 straight against Ibra. By the way, it has happened before on this very table 3 years ago, actually 2 years ago. Dembaba came from 3 down to defeat Ibra 4-3. Same venue, same table, same tournament. And yet again, Lawrence misses. This is likely to be a clearance that is taking Ibra to the losers final. And even though he lost earlier in the tournament, he won of his lives. If he makes this clearance, he's at worst assured to be third, Ibra, if he makes this tournament. The other two players still in the tournament are Gideon and Caesar. Caesar is assured of at worst second position. This one is not obvious. Ibra can clearly cut this ball, but I don't think you can be sure of the position of the white ball for the next shot. He gets it. He pulls off a stroke of magic when he needs some bit of magic. Lovely shooting. This is it, Ibra through to the losers final, where he will be facing Bwanika Gideon and is assured of at least third place in the tournament. Lawrence is fourth. All left is for the three remaining players to sort themselves to see who is number one, who is number two, who is number three. The match between Gideon and Ibra, which is coming next, is to drop one of those players to third place, and the winner will qualify for the final, which is the finals final, to face Caesar, who is having two lives intact. See you when Ibra faces Gideon next.